Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this particular video, we are going to be looking at a custom indicator known as internal bar strength indicator. For short, it is called IBS indicator. Okay. Now, before I proceed, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, then you are missing out on a lot because we cover a lot of useful information in this channel, including Forex strategies, Forex indicators, expert advisors, and a whole lot other Forex or trading related information. Okay, so if you are not yet subscribed, you might want to do that now and then also click the notification bell so that you get updated on every single video that we post. All right, now the IBS indicator is developed by Volker Knapp. All right, this indicator is a custom indicator, like I said, so you'll have to download it from a reputable source online. I downloaded it from the MQL5 marketplace, so you can also download it from there. Okay, or you can decide to use any other reputable source of your choice. Okay, but make sure you don't pay for it because it is free. All right, so that you don't get scammed or something, and do not upload any personal information in the bid of trying to get an indicator or something like that. All right, please and please, you have to be careful when dealing with your online activities. All right, now I'm just going to be adding the IBS indicator to the chart, and this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the IBS indicator. All right, it is an indicator that can help you to identify overbought and oversold conditions in the chart. Okay, so it is a momentum indicator. Okay, it calculates the ratio of a bar's close to its range. Okay, so there is a formula for how it does that, but you can actually check the description of this video if you want to see the formula. Okay, but basically the indicator does the calculations for you, so you don't necessarily need to do any calculation manually. All right, now because of the nature of the indicator, as we can see, the indicator is quite effective. It can tell you when the trend, the strength of the trend is strong and all of that. But I will recommend that you also make use of your support and resistance zones. Please mark them out on your chart where you have levels of rejection. Mark them out on your chart and also make use of trend lines. Just plot out your trend lines on your chart and your support and resistance zones while you are using the indicator. Okay, because while the indicator gives you a signal, you can confirm using all these zones on your charts. All right, now basically when you have the indicator trending upwards, okay, when you have the indicator trending upwards, it's showing buy momentum. When you have the indicator trending downwards, it shows sell momentum. Okay, in simple terms. So now when you have in the default settings, the default settings of the indicator didn't exactly fix overbought price, overbought point and oversold point. It didn't exactly fix a color for that. So I think if we change this color, perhaps it's going to appear. All right, because in the default settings we can see that this style was white, so you might want to change it to black or any other color of your choice to make it easy to identify the levels, because when the indicator is above 60 level, it is overbought. But if you leave the color in white, if you have a white chart background, then you won't be able to identify that level. So please, you have to modify the color, okay, to to suit your own taste, right? So basically when you have the indicator in the oversold territory and trending upwards, please, it should be trending upwards. Do not just enter a buy immediately the indicator enters the oversold territory. Okay, for example, now we can see in this situation, can we see that the indicator entered oversold? Up till this point it was still in oversold and the market was selling. If you had bought immediately at this point, you would have gotten stopped out. So make sure you wait for the indicator to start trending before you enter a buy. All right, make sure the indicator have crossed above the 40 level. it must cross above the 40 level and start trending before you buy. So we should have bought somewhere around here. Okay, and then before you exit your buy trade, make sure that the price, the indicator starts dropping, not just when it enters overbought, but when it starts trending downwards. So we should have exited somewhere around here as it started trending downwards, or even wait for it to cross below the overbought line, which is the 60 line. So we could have even waited for the indicator to cross below the 60 line before exiting our buy trade. Okay, so we would have entered somewhere around here and exited somewhere around here. That would have been about 160 pips. That's a good catch. All right, and we can see that it coincided with this resistance zone. That's the reason why I say it's important you plot your resistance and support zones. So you can see that it even coincided with this resistance zone, and we had a bearish candlestick pattern form here. All right, you can see this doji. There was even a doji here, and there was also an inverted hammer. Right, we can see this or this gravestone doji form here, and then a standard doji. So we had a bearish candlestick pattern form about that resistance zone, while the indicator also gave us a sell signal around here. So that would have been a great opportunity to exit our buy trade. All right, now I will recommend using this indicator in the direction of the trend. Okay, I recommend using this indicator only in a trending market. All right, so we should only be looking for buy opportunities because we have a bullish trend here. Okay, now when you have a sell trend, we can see that we had a breakout here and we had a retest. So let's just say we had a sell movement starting from around here. Okay, now we'll start looking for sell opportunities right from this point. Okay, we had a consolidation for a while just between here and here, so I won't exactly recommend using this indicator in consolidating market. So instead we should have waited for this breakout, right? And right after this breakout happened, we can see that the indicator dropped below the 60 level. So that would have been a great opportunity to sell after the breakout, please, after the breakout. And then our stop loss could have been set above the breakout level, above the candle, right? Above the candle that is within this breakout level, right? So it would have been above here. And then our take profit could have been at the nearest support zone. You can actually use the nearest support zone for your take profit, which should have been here, or you could have waited for the indicator to cross back above the 40 level. Yeah, that would have been another good way to exit your sell trade when the indicator crosses above the 40 level. So this indicator is quite easy to use. All right, it can show you when there is momentum in the market. Okay, now you can also decide to add a moving average, for example, just for additional confirmation. Okay, in as much as this internal bar strength indicator is effective, it is not foolproof. Okay, this indicator does not guarantee profit. All right, it doesn't. So when using this indicator, try as much as possible to ensure you get enough confirmations. All right, now in this situation we can see that after this break, okay, it was even before the breakout happened that the price cut below the moving average, although moving averages themselves are more beneficial in trending markets. So this wouldn't have even been a great confirmation. All right, so let me use another example. In this situation we can see that we had price trading above this trend line, and we also had the moving average serving as dynamic support. So the moving average was giving us confirmation of a buy movement, and at the same time you can see that around here we got a buy signal from the IBS indicator. So the moving average also gave us a layer of confirmation. All right, a layer of confidence is a result of the confirmation from the indicator. So when you are using confirmations, when you are taking advantage of confirmations from other indicators, it gives you more confidence in your trades. All right, so that is the reason why it's very important. And when you are trading, please use good risk to reward ratios. If you are risking $1, your potential profit target should be minimum of $2. Okay, so that in the long run, even if you have equal number of wins and losses, you will still be on the winning side. Okay, and do not over leverage. Very important. So if you found this video insightful, please kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on more trading videos like this. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy trading.